making friends as an adult, I found, is not as hard as the collective might think, but there definitely is hurdles and obstacles that don't make it as, I guess, I don't even want to believe that it's not as easy as making friends as a kid. It just, there's different situations in place. And so you just have to navigate it more differently, right? So when you're a child or when you're an adolescent, you're growing up and you're in school and then you meet people, like you're in classes every day, you're seeing the same people every day, or you're in sports or you're in clubs or you're like your neighborhood, you know what I mean? The kids, like you're in proximity to other people in your age and your part of life and you're whatever, and you see them all the time. So it's like, of course you're going to make friends in that sense, you know what I mean? Like, of course it's like repetition, and then it's like if you guys have things in common, like I said, you play a certain sport or like certain things, whatever, and it's like that's how friend groups and things are made when you're growing up. Like it seems a lot easier to make friends as a child, right? And like growing up throughout school. But what I've realized is as I got older and I hit like my late 20s, I started to just, you know, find myself and learn myself and become a different version of myself. And I found out, like personally, that a lot of the people that I was friends with towards like my late 20s, that I had been friends with for a long time, like some from middle school and like high school and things like that, like I was not that type of person anymore. Like the maybe trauma bonds we had, or the lifestyle I had, or the sports I played, or the family dynamics, or whatever that like brought me together with these people, I just was not that woman, and I wasn't that girl anymore. Like I was growing into being a woman and an adult, and what I really like, and like my interests and my hobbies and my ways of living and just my mindset and everything. And so I found myself in a position, I was like, damn, I literally do not resonate with the majority of the people that I'm friends with right now. And it was okay. It was a crazy realization, and I realized that I had moved away from my hometown. Like I went to college and then moved back to my hometown, was there for a couple years, and like left my hometown and like started having this realization. And I was like, it's okay. Like, and when, like I said, when it's proximity, like when you're younger, a lot of the people that you're friends with, especially people from your hometown, like if they still live there, this and that, it's really proximity. So when I moved away and that proximity wasn't there, it really started to show me who my like real friends were. And a lot of my friends were, a lot more of my friends didn't live in our hometown either. And so I knew that like we actually had more of a stronger friendship and a stronger relationship because they literally lived in a different state and we were still connected. So that was like one thing I was realizing, right? And so it's okay though, because I let the proximity like do its thing. Like I let the distance do its thing. It just makes it so much easier than being like, we're not friends anymore. I don't resonate with you. Like, because that just, you just don't need to do that sometimes. But it got to the point where I was like, if I met this person today, would we still be friends? You know what I mean? And it's like, if I met them today, like a person like them today, would I have a relationship with them? Would I have a friendship with them? Like, would I cultivate that? Do we have anything in common besides like things that I just am not about anymore, you know? So whatever. So that happened, right? And then fast forward, I'm like, okay, so it's not like I was really starting from scratch. I more so was just like starting from, because I already knew how to interact with people and like connect with people, you know what I mean, have relationships. Honestly, I've heard this analogy before and it makes so much sense. Making friends as an adult and like cultivating friendships as an adult is like dating, because you have to like pursue your friends, because you have to make more of an effort to plan things and then like show up to those plans. Or like say you're in a workout class and or like a hobby team or something, and like you go all the time, and like you have to put in more of an effort because people have full-time jobs, different schedules, kids, like things going on. So it's like, if we're planning to hang out at this time, like you can't be flaky, you can't do this, or else the friendship's it's just not gonna grow, it's not gonna stick, you know? So I think that aspect could make it quote unquote harder to make friends as an adult. But to be honest, if you cultivate that skill of just like pursuing your friends and actually putting in the effort to maintain and grow these friendships, you're going to have better friends, especially as an adult, because you know yourself more, you know what I mean? Like you've stepped into yourself and you know your likes and your dislikes and your hobbies, and you're probably not a people pleaser anymore, and you probably have a healthier lifestyle, more cohesive lifestyle, like things going on. So that aspect is okay, like that's fine. But here's what my issue was. Here's what my issue was. A lot of the friendships that I had growing up were very toxic. It was very very toxic, very drama filled. Like I was in friend groups and this and that, and then people were dating like each other in the friend groups, and there would always be drama and fights and breakups and people getting with their boyfriends and girlfriends, and it was just like so much. And then mix into that, like I used to party a lot, and I did like the whole party lifestyle, going out, drinking, this and that, whatever, just that's what I did. And so that was in the mix of all of that drama and toxicity and just like sprinkling everybody else's trauma is unresolved. Nobody's doing anything about it. It was just a hot fucking mess, like hot mess, literally all the time. And I was like, okay. And so to be honest, when I moved away and I was like distancing myself from a lot of people, I was okay with it because my life was becoming more peaceful. And that's how I know. It's like sometimes you don't realize how much something's holding you back because you're so used to it all the time. But when you let it go, or you like go away from it for a bit and you feel better, it's like, okay, that's that's how I knew like those people, those situations, those relationships were not good for me. So I successfully was able to like peacefully just let the friendships fade. You know what I mean? Like we just grew apart. Like no hard feelings, no beef, like at least not on my end. Like I like nothing like that at all. But what I found is that once I like started to go and like meet people and make new friends, especially making friends with women, because that's where a lot of my trauma came from, like with friendships was like really toxic female friends. I was like scared. I literally was scared. I would feel it in my body. I was like, why is my heart racing when I'm like going to this event? Or like, why am I doing this? Because it's like, it's literally like PTSD, you know what I mean? Like when people have, like literally post-traumatic stress, it's like my body and like remembers how it felt to be friends with women who were so mean that I was, and that knew me and that I loved, and I was such good friends too, whatever. So it's like, who's to say that these people that I don't know won't hurt me? Like that's what my brain was thinking at the time, you know? And I know my brain and my body were just trying to protect me because of like the old trauma. That's why going to therapy and like working on yourself and healing your pain and healing your trauma is so important, because if you don't, you're gonna literally just carry that into the next friendship, the next relationship, the next job, the next city. Like you can't run from your problems. Like you have to face them. But one of the best ways to learn what is like holding you back and what is stopping you is exposure therapy. So I was putting myself out there and being like, why am I scared? Like why am I so stressed out? Like why am I like second guessing like when we're texting and like this, or like every little comment or this and that, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like I'm literally still traumatized from my old friendships. And so I then was like, okay, cool. Like at first I didn't like come to this realization. So I was just like, all right, I'm just not going to like, I'm just going to kind of go hermit mode and like work on myself and work on my business and like not really like hang out with people. And to be honest, this was like 2021 into 2022, so it was like still like pandemic time, so it was still like socially acceptable to just like be like a hermit and be in the house and just like not really like whatever. And then from being like that, like you just get caught in that routine. And then I found myself being like, okay, like I have my friends that live in different states, like I still have some friends like in my area, but it's like everyone's busy doing things, like, and I want to meet more people, like I want to have more of a like a community, more of a collective community, but like, bitch, I'm scared. What the fuck? And so I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna force myself and I'm just gonna go out and put myself out there. So I would do that, and then I would meet cool people. It wouldn't like things wouldn't like stick, I guess, in the sense of like, oh, we didn't really align in this and that, but I wasn't like mad about it. It's like I said, it's like dating. It's like when you go on a date with a guy and it's like, you don't really go into there thinking like, this is gonna be my husband. It's like you go in there and you're like, okay, you go to the date and you're like, okay, like he's cool, or like he's not, like this like I had a fun time, so I want to explore more. It's like, oh, maybe we don't really align. Like that's kind of how I was going with it. So I was doing that and I was putting myself out there, and it was like a learning experience. Like exposure therapy is the best way, I feel like, to one of the best ways, I guess I should say, to heal a lot, and to just realize subconscious beliefs and fears that you still have that like you can't see, like they're literally below the surface, but like when you're put in that situation, like they come up and you're like, oh shit, okay, like that's that's still in there. Anyway, so I've been putting myself out there, yada yada, scared, but whatever, still doing it anyway. And the more I did it, and the more that, and like I've done a lot of personal development and inner work on myself. So now I've realized that I'm even at the level where I don't even attract mean people anymore. Like I don't attract like mean, catty people who are toxic and drama filled and gossip, because like I'm not like that anymore. Like I was like that when I was younger, when I was a kid, like I was surrounded by it. So of course, any new person I would meet or any situation like that, it was like a magnet, you know, like attracts like energy attracts energy. So I was realizing, I was like, okay, well, I'm not even like that type of person anymore. So like anyone I meet, like even if like we don't hit it off or just like not aligned or we're super busy or this and that, it's not like she was a bitch. Like it's not like that guy was just an asshole like when dating. It's not like anything like that at all. So I was just like, okay, like I'm not even a vibrational match for negative, toxic people. So that was like a huge thing that was holding me back. Like I don't have to be scared, right? So anyway, I go to this event a couple months ago, and I was at a cafe, right? I was at a cafe. At the cafe, it was like on a Friday, right? And I went to the cafe probably at like 3 o'clock. At like 4 o'clock, I saw they were like setting up a DJ out front, and I was like, what the hell's going on? And so I'm like asking the people who work at the cafe. They're like, oh, we're doing this new thing, like chill, like vibey, like house jazz music type things, like happy hours, like the first Friday of whatever every month. And I was like, okay, whatever. And I was sitting out there, and the DJ was playing, and the music was really good, right? So I was like, all right, I guess I'm not freaking doing my work anymore, but whatever. So I closed my laptop, and I was just like hanging out, and I then was hanging out. I had my dog, and then like I was talking to the people who worked there, and then other people who were passing, and then I started talking to this girl there who had a dog, and it was just like really fun, right? So like we were talking, and then at the end of it, I went up and told the DJ like, hey, I love the music you play. It's really great. Do you play anywhere else in the area? And we exchanged Instagrams, and he was like, yeah, I do this and this, a running club, this, and I was like, okay, cool, like whatever. And so that was it. And then one of the girls I met that day, we also then went like walked our dogs, hung out. It was cool. I was like, wow, look at me, bitch. Like I have faced my fears. Like this, I would not have done this like a year ago, right? So anywho, and then it was super cool, whatever. And then maybe like a month or two after that, the DJ invited me to an event he was DJing at. I didn't know anybody, and I actually brought one of my friends with me, and who's like low-key kind of the same way, like scared of going out and meeting people. But I was like, come on, like he was really nice, he makes good music, like let's go hang out. And we were there, and she like kind of freaked out and like literally left like early, because she was just like, I get it, you know what I mean, like no judgment, like I'm appreciative of her coming with me, but I stayed because I'm like, I'm having fun, whatever. And then I met this other girl there, and she was super nice, super cool. We were just like talking, hanging out. She was introducing me to her friends and this and that, and it was so cool, right? Exchanged numbers, like I had a great time. I went home. So that I'm like, I'm so proud of myself. I'm like, look at me, like I'm really out here just like going out, meeting people, like having fun, making friends as an adult, really cool people, really nice people. So like it is possible, right? Anywho, this is the part where I was like, holy shit. So she that was like later in the year, and then she moved, and she invited me to a housewarming, like her housewarming party. And I was like, okay, cool. So it's like, I'm gonna go to this housewarming party, but like I literally don't know anybody. Like I only met her like once. We've texted a bunch, like tried to make plans, but like whatever, it didn't work out. And I didn't know anybody, and except for her. And actually, JK, when I got there, I realized that there was somebody that I didn't know, which was the DJ from the other event, which was cool. Like him and his girlfriend, like I met them at the other event. So like that was cool that I knew them, but I didn't know they were going to be there. So when I was driving there, and I was like, okay, like she's really nice, like it's okay. But I felt my body, like I literally felt, I was like, oh my God, I'm getting nervous. Like, what the hell? Like, and I was like, it's okay. They're not going to be mean. These people are not going to be mean. I had to like pep talk myself and talk myself out of like, I like went back and forth even all day. I was like, should I even go? Maybe not. I'll just tell her no. And I was like, no. That is like my brain, my body, my subconscious fears, like trying to keep me safe. Like we're fine, right? Anyway, so I'm driving there, and I'm literally feeling it in my body. And so I'm doing like somatic therapy. Like I'm literally like doing box breathing, and I'm like tapping on myself like this, literally just to calm my body down, because like in my brain I'm like, no, we're fine, but I'm like, my body's literally having a reaction to this. Like this is so crazy, like how deep like fears and traumas could actually go and be lodged in your body if you don't freaking address it and heal it and release it. So anyway, get to the party. She's super nice. And I was also thinking, I was like, she's really kind and really nice. So I'm sure her group of friends or people, family, whoever she has there is the same way, right? Like I'm sure it's fine. Like energy attracts energy, like attracts like, it's fine. So I get there, she introduced me to a couple of people, and she's like, oh, you know him? And I was like, oh yeah, the DJ, like whatever. So like whatever, start talking, it was fine. Before I even could like realize like what was going on, and that like what I had been feeling before, it had been like 2 or 3 hours into this event, and I was like, wait, I've been having the best time, the best conversations with people, meeting such cool people, like connecting back with the people that I met at the last one, and then meeting more new people and having great conversations and so much fun and feeling super comfortable and super welcomed and just like like happy and positive. And I was like, I literally had nothing to worry about. I literally, not only did I have nothing to worry about, like I would have been so pissed had I not come to this, because like I'm having so much fun and I'm making so many connections and new friends and new people and this and that. And like we ended up hanging out all night and it was just so fun. And so it's like, you literally don't even realize what you're missing out on by letting fear take over. Because like if I had let my like subconscious fears and past traumas from past friendships and relationships like win, I wouldn't have been in that situation where I felt so good and so happy and connected with so many cool people and met new people, and I've already made plans with some of the people I've met this week to go hang out and do all this stuff. Like I would never have done that, and I'm just so freaking happy that I said like no, we're not doing that. I have this alarm. I have like a bunch of alarms that go off on my phone all day every day, but it's not alarms to do things, it's alarms to remind me like how to think. And one of the alarms says, do what you fear and fear will disappear. And it's so true. Like it's so true. Like when you do what you fear and you do it and you let your body and your mind know once you're doing it, it's like, oh yeah, we're safe. Like, look, we're here and we're good. Like we're fine, we're safe. And then your body's like, okay, cool. It like registers and your mind registers. Like, and so it's like all those old memories of like all the times you didn't feel safe emotionally, physically, whatever, like those are fading away because you're stacking on so many new experiences that are proving the new like way of life you want to live, like the new things you want to do, whether it's making friends or going on dates or moving to a new city or doing this, like whatever it is. So I did what I fear and the fear disappeared and I had a great freaking time. It's the best time ever and I'm so happy and so excited. So yeah, making friends as an adult, there's definitely different parameters, I guess I should say, to it, and different ways you have to go about it, but it's definitely possible. It's easier than you think and it's not scary. It's really not at all. It's actually amazing. And I'm so happy because like everybody I was meeting is literally connected to and on the wavelength of how I am now and the hobbies I have now and my ways of thinking now and this now. It's just amazing. So yeah, if you were looking for a sign of going out and meeting people and making friends, do it. I promise you, like you will not regret it and you'll be so happy you did it. All right, I'll talk to you guys next time. Love you. Bye.